Good morning, energy. I'm finna pull from alignment to see what's all going on. Get some clarity, see if there's any blind spots. I feel like to have an unbothered Monday, we should definitely start off in the energy of not having any blind spots. Even though today I woke up to snow, I was like, oh my God, how amazing. I didn't even know it was snowing. I got up to do my tightening slash detox. And I started listening to native music. First, I started off with mindful meditation, just to release what I don't really need anymore and be guided in that form to do it, which led to me doing my detox. But then I went to native music, native flute. And within that process, I wanted looking over like, oh my God, it's snowing outside. It's amazing how I'm always in alignment, how I naturally would display it. It's intriguing, honestly. Which that made me happy because it seemed like a blind spot, but it was like I was already doing the energy. That's always an intriguing, great energy. And you have to pardon me, I didn't go get all bedazzled up today. I just dove right in after my tightening. I was just like, I want to pull cards to see what's going on. You know, what the spirit want to enlighten with. And just to make sure I don't have any blind spots. That'd be great. That'd be really great. But I know this weather for other people is just like, I was going to leave it in that expression. But it feels so great, honestly. I'm in a very calm energy. Very, very calm energy. Because even though I said it, like I started off with mindful meditation, guided mindful meditation. And it mostly focused on awareness, honestly. I actually wanted to do be present meditation, but I found another one that said, I think remove something like stress or worries or things like that, but you no longer need it. And I was like, oh, I want to do that one. It make more sense within what I was setting out to do. Then I went to native flute, just a really just la 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 la. I'm gonna see what zodiac is affording this energy today. Which I brought the fire out today. I worked out with fire today. I've been doing a lot of fire magic. I got the crystals out too. Virgo is a first responder. Ruling planet Mercury. Got our first responder energy. Even just clarity for sure. I naturally was doing it. What's going on in the earth base? I am an earth symbol. I'm naturally a Taurus, but Virgo is always literally a first responder for me. Who in the order with? I wound up shuffling the guy in a shuffle, but obviously it was meant to. But Aquarius, Capricorn, and Cancer. Enters in the dark. That's great. That's intriguing. Let me lay these out really quick. This enters in the dark of a new star. It's coming through the air. It's just... These energies is intriguing because it's an as above, so below energy. It's the water and then it's air. And then in the middle is a Cancer energy, which is the first responder energy. That's the intriguing part. And both of these energies come through very quickly. This is how I said I naturally was doing it. Moon energy is just it's inner light energy. And then the inner light is the air. That's a great energy, honestly. Followed up by Aries, Libra. There we go. There we go. There we go. Followed up by Gemini, Libra, and Aries. Inner light is a balance. Seem like two perspectives, but it's balanced. Even if it is two perspectives, it's balanced. Just like this. As above, so below. It's water and air. It's one of the same energies. Definitely when... It's making me think of the energy when they be like, how quick do sound move? Or how fast do light travel? These energies are one and the same, how quickly they can get to you. Because water is reflective through people, which I actually got the water. I brought the water out, which, speaking of reflective, it's almost a little empty, but there's water in there. Felt the need to have water close to me, which makes sense. I am a water-based naturally, mainly in Scorpio energy, but Pisces is my hell of a connection in the form when it comes to the Statue of Liberty, how I can connect with people based off water, because it's reflective. It's a good percentage of it in us naturally, and it naturally reflects, just like this bottle, and you can see like the screen of me, like the screen is facing this way, but you can see it sideways. You can see what's going on that way. It's reflective. It's really like looking in the mirror, and how your surroundings will reflect what's really going on, if that makes sense, outside of yourself or literally within yourself. And as I was saying, the middle area is my family base, home and family. So that can go with the law of placement, because maybe you're not around family, or you are. It's reflective within this area, and we are in Pisces season, which is, can't wait to see where Pisces is at. Intriguingly, guess where it's at? Guess where Pisces is at? It's followed up by me. Hi Taurus, how you doing, honey? Followed up by Pisces, and it's obvious this is family. That's funny. It's obvious, but I actually birthed out a Leo. And the person I date is also a Leo too, intriguingly. And it's a family base. It's obvious. Those are all earth bases too, where it's standing out at. How it's hella reflective, just like the fish. And literally, I'm balanced out to the fullest. That's why this energy right here, and to it seem like it's two perspectives, is balanced. Home, and my family is balanced out. Complements of the air and water. That's so great. I'm like, I wonder where Pisces is at. Right where you belong, honey. Taurus, Pisces, and Leo. That is perfect. So obvious. It's very obvious. And I'm so happy that the earth bases are doing it. On top of that's how I literally woke up thriving. Mindful meditation. That's so perfect. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. We're doing our thing. That's so perfect. And overall energy, guess who was followed up by? Virgo is followed up by Scorpio and Sagittarius. That's hella perfect. In every form of a way. It's your values is solid. It's a first responder in your values. And it's solid. But it should be solid if it's your values, but you know, I guess sometimes it can get questionable, but it's literally your values headed to something solid. And it's a first responder in it. That's the overall energy. But it's followed up literally by Cancer energy, Capricorn energy, and Aquarius energy. It's water in the air. As above, so below. That's so perfect. That's like birds. The best example I have to give is like birds. I know there's probably other aspects, but the way I always recognize it, where it's so perfect, and a lot of people can understand it, is birds in the sky. And they all flocking together. They flowing in sync with each other. Nobody's off balance. I move, you move. It's perfect. Which that's what I was getting at too. But it comes to this water. Somebody inspired me as to the way we gonna be eating, or at least they was eating. I was like, oh, I got my fruit too. With fruit on the menu. I was already prepared. Which I wanted to show you guys. I was like, that is so amazing. It's a nice moving in sync with each other energy. But you have to be on the same purpose and same journey. That's the intriguing part. You can see who's off of balance. They won't be in this pattern. If that makes sense. Or they just won't be able to keep up. That's the intriguing part about this energy. You have to understand how birds move. It's not like they think about it. They just do it. It's not something that's forced to do. They do it. They're in sync with each other. It's almost uncontrollable. That's that as above, so below. Even if you think, I'm not one of those birds, I'm something else. If you're moving this way, you a bird. You don't even know it. You're balanced. That's just an example, honestly. But it's coming off like it's two different perspectives, but it's balance. I'm water. I'm air. We're different. You're moving in sync with each other. Just like this Pisces energy. One fish at the top, one fish at the bottom. They're moving in sync with each other. They don't realize we the same. We just circling each other. Maybe we should loop around and just float together. Because it's balanced. I'm just on the zodiac, so I'm just like, I'm so amazed already. I ain't even pulled no other cards out yet, intriguingly. But this makes me so happy because this is me all day. I'm on perfect mode. In every form of a way. Because I'm balanced out either way. And it's mainly because of this energy. It's both my home and family concept. And it's hella obvious. That's why it's a first responder in there. That's amazing. What house is supporting this energy? Libra, balance. What's the day today? The second. Oh, it's values too. The date of the day is actually values too. It's March 2nd. So where Sagittarius is at? That's the overall energy. A first responder is solid and it's your values. Me? Family. Hella connected, able to tap in very easily. That's an intriguing aspect. I have to mention it because I gone and caught my bae off guard a little bit, intriguingly. He not used to how I handle business, even though he's seen me do cars before. He haven't literally seen me in action of communicating with spirit. He just seen me like pulling the cars, but he haven't seen me like having a full-blown conversation with spirit. Or like spirit literally translating through me to tell his ass something. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. He was highly offended. And that's like the normal behavior that normally comes. Because honesty is too much for them. That's why I kept saying, if I'm saying something wrong, if spirit is lying on you saying something wrong, do speak up. You know, that's not right. But couldn't say nothing I was saying was wrong. That's the intriguing part, and that's always how it goes. It's the honesty that's too much. It's not like what I'm saying is wrong. It's just like, damn, this is a lot of honesty. I'm offended that what I believe in actually keep an eye on me. I don't like this. But it's like, I'm not the problem once again. You have to go reevaluate your whole belief. Like, how the hell do you believe in an all-seeing, all-knowing, but you don't think they ever see what you're doing? You must think your belief is a joke. That's intriguing. Hell of intriguing. But then he told me I talk too much. That's the part that was just like, oh shit, hold on. You know this is where the money come from, right? Nobody complained that you be praying too damn much. You seek too much. But when you get answers, it's just too much. It's an intriguing energy, honestly. And it's thrive time. It's like, well, you have to speak up. I'm a goddamn medium. A psychic, a tarot reader, a goddess. And I'm dealing with alignment energy, rainbow status. You know how much energy is coming through, how many messages I got to translate? Like, it is not time to be quiet. That's an intriguing energy that I keep stumbling into. Where my believers get real questionable when it's go time. That shit dropped. And there it go. 10th house and 5th house. Balanced and halfway. That's funny, and it's balanced, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I can't make this stuff up. 10th house is over here with Libra and Gemini. It's balanced. It's balanced. Even if you think it's not balanced, it's balanced. It's 10th house. And for me, 10th house go with public status and career. Which I'm right on track because I was already tapped in with the public status in my career. And 5th house landed out right on me, Taurus, Pisces energy, right, the season we're in. And it's obvious. Home and family is on spotlight. For extra short. The 5th house deals with intelligence. You talk too much. Intelligence is just too damn smart. It's too damn wise. I don't like it. Intriguing. Distance. Romance and spouse. Those are all the spotlights for fifth house within home and family. Followed up by seventh house. You're one. You're one. This is a house of marriage. Do you see why it's balanced? Followed up by who? A portal. Spirit is coming right on through. That's what I mean. It's like a rainbow. It goes right on over. Or it's this way. Like that's east and west. And this is north and south. It can come that way or that way. Depends on which angle you think the rainbow is. But it's coming right through. It's going right through. That's an intriguing energy. Definitely for me, it's so intensified. Because this is like the most recognition time for it. Even though this is an all-year aspect. This is a lifestyle. It naturally happens. Spirit naturally operates us. Which that'll go back with this reflective energy. Which that energy been on intriguing mode. I've been having so many deja vu forms, dealing with people and getting clarity. Somebody actually told me we in a spiritual warfare. And it makes sense, even with me back having outbursts, talking to spirit out loud. But her aspect seemed a little different, intriguingly. It almost seemed like a... I want to say misplaced aggression. And it's just to be aware that it's in the wrong direction. Which I've been dealing with that energy a lot too. Of going the wrong direction energy. That's an intriguing energy. I want to give an example. It's like, I want to talk about it, but my mind is thinking about something else at the same time, which is intriguing. But, I went to go donate, and it wasn't that busy. Like, and there was one guy who was next in line, but he wound up flipping on a lady who did the exam. And just fast forwarding through the story, we wound up talking, and she was just saying that kept happening to her, where people is expecting her or testing her, like, or she feels people are testing her because they want her to snap. Because she has a behavior sometimes where she turns up really quickly when she's not getting what she wants, or she feel like she's being tested pretty much. But she feel like it just keep happening to her. That's an intriguing aspect of energy. And that same day, I brought my cards, intriguingly. Lately, I haven't been carrying my cards, but that day specifically, I carried my cards. And I actually pulled cards when I was there. And her aspect was seek a kind approach. She did it right, but the way she was feeling wasn't quite accurate. She is being tested. She had to seek a kind approach, and she really did in that aspect. But the moral of that story was that energy seemed misplaced. What I wound up stumbling into was that energy. That's the intriguing part of energy. As to dealing with the bus driver, I have to elaborate more because I feel like I'm just hopping all over this place with this storyline. Because you have to understand what I really mean. Who was in line? Well, I was on the kiosk. He was in line. And he was next in line. And she was dealing with somebody else already. But I guess she was putting on her gloves. I didn't see her putting on her gloves because I was facing the opposite way. But I heard him say, "Why are you putting your gloves on so slow? You don't need your job. You need to get fired." And she was like, "Oh, I'm not dealing with you." Like, I'm not dealing with you. Like, you already turned up. Like, I'm not dealing with you. And then he said something else to her, and she wound up getting up and going to get somebody else. My perspective of it, he got upset, or he got afraid that they weren't going to accept him. He'd be able to get through because she wouldn't have told. So he turned on a big scene, was like, "Oh my God, this lady ain't doing her job. I was sitting here waiting, I ain't touch her or nothing." But it's just like, why did you flip like that so quickly? You were next in line. That's the intriguing part. But more of the story, when I fast forward, that's what I wound up stumbling in with the bus driver. The bus driver was just, almost passed me up. Like, he didn't stop at the stop. I had to literally go chase the doggone bus. Like, you weren't going to even stop. And the funny thing about this energy is how I naturally display it. This is how I said this morning. I got up and I did mindful meditation. Then I did flute music. And then I actually realized, like, there's a little tense weather going on outside. Calmness is important. Or calmness is literally present. But they're probably one of the same because it's a balanced energy. But I wound up chasing down the bus. He wound up stopping because he had to stop at a light. And he opened the door for me. I was like, geez, I was going to feel a certain type of way if you just passed me up. He was like, I wasn't sure if you were waiting for me to stop. And it's like, you should have still stopped. Somebody was there. You should have still stopped, But, I still stayed calm about it. I didn't, turn up like most people would have. Like, what the fuck? But I wanted to sit him down. But he continued to keep doing that same behavior. Like, literally passing people up or just dropping them off at bus stops that ain't even bus stops. Like, what are you doing? Like, that was energy where somebody should have said, you need to get fired. You don't know how to do your job. That's why I said this energy seemed crisscrossed. Intriguing at least just to be able to recognize it. But it's like, maybe she is the first responder of that type of an energy. Just need somebody to recognize it, if that makes sense. That's an intriguing energy, honestly. It's just an intriguing energy. Because literally, even when he dropped me off, he still passed at the bus stop. And I had to tell him, like, you are on cruise control. Like, I joked about it a little bit, even though it's like, damn. You passed up like 6 stops, sir, and you dropped people off at random goddamn stops. Somebody even had to tell you, like, no, I don't want to get off here. I want to get dropped off at the stop that is the stop. Like, what are you doing? And then we got to the terminal where it's like he had to deal with somebody who was handicapped, who had like a disability, who had like a little walker thingy, and he didn't pull the ramp out or nothing. He just opened the door and the guy had to like hop down. Like, he already got one of these things and he hopped down. And then I guess he got upset because he's like, I'm about to fall. But he was expecting the guy to move closer or something, but he didn't. He just was like, shit, get off the bus. Shit, get off the bus. I hate the choke. It was just like some stuff that you just have to just be like, is this really happening right now? What is going on today? Type of behavior. But he said something to him because he was upset when he finally got off the bus. And he was like, go tell my supervisor. They said, I'm going to tell your supervisor. He said, go tell my supervisor. And the funny thing about that is I really think the supervisor was out there. That's the intriguing part. Because it was one of them little Coda bus thingies over like in the parking lot area. But I don't think he actually went and told him. But it's just like, that's intriguing. He didn't give a fuck if he lost his job or not. But that's the same behavior that I literally just experienced with somebody else. That's the intriguing part. And she didn't understand why she was receiving that type of energy. Just intriguing, honestly. I want to say that was crisscross energy, intriguingly. That's why I said whatever spirit is doing right now is intriguing. Definitely with her speaking about a spiritual warfare and the aspect of a schizophrenic energy, hearing spirits and things like that. She was talking about a lot, honestly, but I don't want to get too much into it. It's just, what made me even think about the energy? I honestly don't remember. Probably just this portal. A spirit coming through. Whatever spirit is doing is intriguing. Maybe that might just have been an awareness for me. Realizing this energy actually get placed here. But why did it display here? That's why it makes me feel like an energy where they speak of like possessions and things like that. How they be wanting to take a demon out of a person. But for me, it's like, first you have to figure out what they're saying. What is happening? Spirit will leave itself. You just have to figure out, what are they saying? Or they literally, because, sometimes they won't leave because that's what they're saying. I'm not leaving. I ain't never even went nowhere and I ain't going nowhere. But literally is to figure out what they're saying. And I feel like that's that same energy. That's the intriguing part about that. Honestly, but I've been dealing with a lot of that type of behavior. Clarity, really quick, and deja vu behavior. Quickly. It's intriguing. Lately it's been beautiful. That's been the most intense one, honestly. Because it really just made me think, like, what spirit is she dealing with? Is it like a really, like, misplaced aggression, like what I'm saying? Or is she dealing with like a karma form or something? I don't know her whole life, honestly. Maybe she got some demons that is just back on her like, well, man, we ain't forgot about you type shit. I don't know. It's just my awareness was like, this got placed in the wrong direction. Maybe she really is a victim who's just going through it because she needs somebody to recognize it like me. Like, oh, that energy goes over here. That goes right over here. Well, are you getting the heat? It's part of the lesson, honestly. But definitely coming through, spirit coming through a portal. And it's in the family structure. Here in the 4th house. Speaking of, it's obvious. And that's 411 on top of that. There's communication. Use your senses. It's teaching your values of you in the dark. And it's infinite energy. That's intriguing energy. I feel that's hell of important what I just sat there and said. That's why I wish I could have talked to her more, honestly. But I'm going to see her again. It's just, that's an important energy. We're universal law supporting this energy. Because then definitely with me seeing Cancer energy and Aquarius energy. And then her mentioning the schizophrenic energy. I don't know if she's schizophrenic or she just mentioned it, which... Because I don't know too much about that energy, honestly. I heard about it. But she was saying you can actually hear spirits. I ain't never heard a spirit in my life. I feel it like it's an intriguing energy. It's not like I feel them touching me or nothing. It's just, I normally get to going. I get real active like this outside of the camera. But I don't never like hear no voice. The only voice I hear is my damn own voice. You know, like I heard the voice of the Lord. I ain't never heard no voices. Or the ones that actually see other dimensions. Like I ain't never seen nothing like that before. I just translate the energy. That's the intriguing part about people who have those type of lessons of side effects. They gotta be intriguing. Because you already got your own mental situation going on and you're dealing with somebody who just don't understand that. It's a really intriguing process, I'm sure. Honestly. Because you got spirits telling you shit. Like literally you hear them telling you. That's gotta be an intriguing energy. And on top of me, I told her, because once she told me that, I was like, oh my God, maybe we are in a spiritual warfare, which ain't surprising. It's just, I've been having outbursts lately. That's an intriguing aspect of energy. Definitely with her saying that, and definitely seeing this air energy and water. It's hella important of an energy. Because it seemed different, but it's one and the same. And to hearing spirits and just translating the energy. But that's probably like, that's probably what I did. I translated. I see like, that was misplaced aggression. Intriguingly. It's an intriguing energy because I actually just recently was dealing with the energy with myself as into. I came in the concept of how do I feel about myself or what do I think about myself? And it led me to a Joseph energy out the Bible about the 7 brothers, how he was so great and his brothers envied him because he was so great. And how they wanted, selling him and stuff because, they just were so jealous and envious of him. But he wound up still being great because he knew he was going to be great. That's the intriguing part about that whole journey, which made me have to go and understand the word of forgiveness part went out. Because it's like, who are you supposed to forgive? Am I supposed to forgive myself? And I couldn't figure out why I was supposed to forgive myself. Like, I'm the victim. I'm putting myself in that position of being Joseph. Like, why I got to forgive myself? What did I do? Like, on the other aspect, it's like, I got to forgive them. They didn't know better. But just most recently, I watched it again. It's like I had a whole different epiphany. That's the intriguing part of energy, honestly. Many times I heard that storyline and watched it. This time it was totally different, intriguingly. Because, like, no, you literally have to forgive yourself. They did their part. You needed those ones who are faithful in betrayal. Sometimes people, even myself, obviously forget. There's people who's faithful in stealing, lying, and being deceitful. You need those ones because they help you get to your journey. They're faithful in it. It's a guarantee that it's going to happen. Just like you have the ones who are faithful in telling the truth, doing the right thing. Other end of the spectrum, you have the opposite. And they're faithful in it. So it's guaranteed it's going to happen. You're destined for greatness because these ones are faithfully going to deceive you. They're showing you that they're faithful in deceiving you. You're going to get to your destination of greatness, where they're going to bow down to you. That's the intriguing part about that energy, where it's like, you have to forgive yourself because You forgot what faithfulness means. You know, that's the intriguing part. They did their goddamn part. Be deceitful. You're gonna bow down any goddamn way. Just go ahead and do your goddamn part. That's the intriguing part about that. Like, they had to know what he was saying was accurate. That's probably what made them so envy. But it's just like, if everything else is coming to fruition that he says, you really think y'all not gonna bow down to him? That's intriguing. And they wound up doing it eventually. Years later, they wound up doing it any goddamn way. Because they needed him. That's the intriguing part. Which that whole storyline drove me crazy, honestly. Just because, like, I know years go by. But it's like, how you did not recognize your brother? That means you didn't invest no type of time in him. Like, I know people's voices change and things, but like, literally, he couldn't have looked that damn different. And it's not like y'all was talking from a distance. Y'all like close eating together. You did not recognize that was your brother? That is ridiculous. That means you did not do no type of investment of spending time with this person. Because at some point in time, you got to be like, okay, you reminded me of my brother. Even if it started literally bothering them, like, hold on. You reminded me of my brother. That never crossed your mind? Which that, honestly, it always triggers me to go right on over to Isaiah. Get that one too. Get that one too. Because that's an intriguing energy too. Because these are gifted people on top of that. Not referring to the brother, but Isaiah. How he lost his eyesight at one point in time. And I believe his wife deceived him because she switched the sons around that he actually wanted. They tried to manipulate his eyes. And it's like, you didn't realize that you were dealing with the wrong son? Like, did they sound alike? Did they feel alike? You had no clue that you were dealing, at least I think from the storyline, because I personally do believe he knew. I think he knew and he just let it play out. Just like how the storyline with Joseph, you're still destined for greatness. It doesn't matter. But that aspect, it came off like, wife was on some deceitful behavior. Like, I want this other son to get the blessing. And she tricked the husband because he was blind. But it's like, in the storyline, it said that he touched his arm or something. It's like, were they the same size? They sound alike? Like, you had no type of discernment? That's intriguing. It's intriguing energy, honestly. It's just that energy always get me because, like, how were you so clueless? Or were you not? Because that energy, even the Joseph aspect, you already knew the destination, but you did not know how you was going to get there. Maybe it was the same for him. He know the destination, but sometimes things be out of your hands, but you already know the destination, if that makes sense. Like, he already sickly and blind, and he ain't got time to be going back and forth with them, but he already know the destination is great. I feel like that's probably a balanced energy. It seemed like two different perspectives, but it is what it is. Victory is always goddamn victory. It's just, how do you get to it? Nobody ever know how they gonna get to it. You know it's destined. It is what it is. The will is done. It's just, how do you get to that destination? Always sometimes be like, hold on. Because it took his family to betray him. He needed his family to betray him. Both aspects needed family to betray them. That's the intriguing part about this storyline. And this is a family base. Home and family base. Where you need them to betray you or deceive you. It's an obvious energy too. It's an obvious one. That's intriguing energy. But yeah, his family. That's the intriguing part that always get me when it comes to family. Why I still gotta heal my own heart when it comes to a family concept. As much as I seek it and know I can thrive off of it, I'm supposed to thrive off of it. That's another intriguing energy that might self-work, still doing self-work, still have to do self-work. Because that might be that same energy, you know. I'm speaking bad about something that's like, that's how you have to grow. You know, but it's just like, why those ones get to deceive me and it's okay. But I expect strangers to totally just treat me with respect. But my family can just be so goddamn backstabbing. So deceiving. And I'm supposed to just be like, well, you get a free pass because you're family. No, the fuck you don't. You get put in check just like everybody else. I expect to fucking follow a suit. Guess who comes out? The actual 12 universal laws came out on the first responder energy. That's hell of important. And it's solid. Ain't no getting around this energy. There's a cause and effect. There's no getting around this energy. It makes me think of one of my cards where it says, there's no cutting shorts with excellentness. There's no cutting corners with excellence. That's the intriguing part about this energy. You can think you cut in the corner like, I'm going to go around you or I'm going to do this. It's literally, I want to say a return back to center. But the intriguing thing about that energy is it's from the creator of all. You can never take from the creator of all. That's the intriguing part about this energy. As above, so below. Like, what are you doing? There's no cutting corners. It is what it is. That's an intriguing energy, honestly. Who's it followed up by? Your focus. The law of cause and effect is going with your focus. The law of divine oneness is in reverse. It's in reverse. Why is that in reverse? It's halfway. It's whole, but it's halfway. It's literally could be just the eternal side. Followed by the law of attraction. The law of compensation. And the law of correspondence, who lasts? The law of rhythm, which explains your focus. What are your values? I think that's the main question, or maybe something you have to figure out to understand a lot of things. Definitely when it's dealing with rhythm. Definitely if you're a person who'd be like, I'm not a bird. It's just an example, but it's like, you don't understand you are in pattern? You're not seeing the pattern? Intriguing. You don't think you in harmony? You don't think you're flowing the same as somebody else? Intriguing. You are in rhythm. And it's your focus, and you might not be even aware that's your focus. It's a cause and effect. And it's a halfway energy. Which means oneness is in reverse, for one. I gotta get more clarity with that card. Let me get more clarity with that card. Oh, God dog it. My cards are in my purse. I have to go get my purse. I was carrying it with me the other day. I was so used to having it inside my box. My peace and joy, the cardinal. But I went up north recently. And obviously, it was energy needed to be translated up there, which makes sense. And a spiritual warfare concept. And the part of energy that's unpleasant. Even with me, like, I kind of summed it up, honestly, within the storyline. But when I first received it the next day, it triggered me so much. Because it's the energy where it's like, I've dealt with that energy. Like, I literally been in that energy. Even though I'm going through my own situation right now, I know why I'm doing it. It's like, it's actually my purpose. Like, I'm meant to be on the whole radio station, translated in like a guru style. It's naturally my purpose. But before that type of energy, I probably thought I was crazy. You know, just because they always said people who do things like that are people who do drugs and things like that. It's like, I was clean as a whistle during that time. I was pure as ever. It's just hella tapped in. That's the intriguing part, that I actually start dealing with people who actually do that. And it's like, sometimes they brought me clarity, or sometimes it's just like, who are you talking to? That's the thing. Nobody ever asks that question. Who are you talking to? But I actually started doing that eventually, like asking people, like, who are you talking to? Sometimes people really don't know. There's nothing to just be like, see, that's the problem. Think about actual humans sometimes. You talk to somebody and you don't know who you're talking to. You think about it after you got out their face or something like, damn, I even know their name. But y'all had a great ass conversation. It's the same way spirit deal with us. Y'all just in rhythm with each other, in alignment with each other, flowing. But sometimes you just really won't know who you're talking to unless you just literally ask them. Or sometimes it's literally the energy of the whole agenda is for you to ask. It's one of your people trying to get your attention. That's the thing. You side-eye something that's trying to get your attention because it's your people. That's the intriguing part about that energy. Oneness in reverse is coming through somebody else. It's that destination energy. You know the destination. It's like how people be like, oh, I got two in my hand. Right thought. Your mind is on right thought. Guess where it's headed to? Right livelihood. That's great. And this is a water base, or communication is blue base. And right livelihood is growth. That's great. Let me get back to that in a minute. It's just, I realized I had two in my hand. Okay, I'm gonna rock with that. But kind of just forgot what I was about to say. Intriguing. Where is this right thought up? Up here with the water. Light in the dark, in the air of a new start. It's literally feel like a transformation. Even though I just watched something of that nature, that's what it really feel like. Literally a shedding type of an energy. It's like for me, I've always been really intuitive, really tapped in. I've just always been me. I didn't start having outbursts until I started seeking guidance. I'm a nat. When they speak of the age of Aquarius, it came with me seeking. I'm naturally a Pisces energy. This actually came up for me. Like, I'm over here where I belong. You know, can naturally connect through a water form. When I became a seeker, I picked up air energy. And that's like a shedding energy that might be happening of a new start. The age of Aquarius energy. Even though it's like one of the same energies, it's just who moves quicker, air or water? And as, for me, it's like a perspective, but I feel like they are the same energy. It's just air can literally just operate through anybody, and so can water. That's an intriguing energy, honestly. Even if you're dealing with the eternal side, that's mainly the eternal side, air. It can operate the human physical body, which is Cancer energy. It's light in the dark. They're inside of you, projecting out of you. We, like me, I say we are a vehicle for the eternal side. That's like the whole purpose. You just get another shield to keep moving forward. You, on the eternal side, you're clear. You don't have a shield. You're present. You're operating. But when you get a shield, you get to move a little quicker and things like that, metaphorically. It's just, something about the energy is important. And it's going with the right thought. That's an intriguing energy. I feel like a shedding energy. And it's literally in the order of just how I said my experience was. Water, naturally connected, but you're picking up air energy. And I didn't do that until I became a seeker. I wanted to follow guidance, which that was intriguing because I actually went to church and I was like, I want to get baptized. And the pastor didn't baptize me because he was like, once you get baptized once, you don't need to get baptized again. And I was like, I'm offended. I was offended, honestly, because like, I feel like I got cheated out of my experience because my mom baptized me when I was younger. They'd be like, baptize your kids, you know, so they'd be protected. But it's like, yes, I had guidance always, lucky me. But it's like I wasn't choosing to follow guidance, if that makes sense. Like now I pay attention to signs and things like that. Before it's just like, it's a little different because I always knew things. It's just people around me always be like, don't tell nobody that, or they make it seem like something's wrong with me for knowing things. That's an intriguing energy about growing up the way I naturally am spiritual, but dealing with people who just do wrong behavior. That's the intriguing part. Because they don't like honesty. Honesty is just like the audacity of you just to be so blunt. The audacity of you just to be so blunt. And this is like, why would you expect it any other way? What type of people you like to be around? This is not the ass-kissing business. You shouldn't even want that business. That's a lot of manipulation and just, I really don't fuck with you type of energy. Like, that's a weird energy, honestly. That's a weird energy, Jesus. But I said, this, at least for me, I'm not in the hiding business. My family is meant to thrive. I'm meant to thrive. Our purpose is so great. We don't get a chance to hide. Why would you want to hide when you're so damn great? That's an intriguing energy, honestly. In the right livelihood is going with Gemini and it's balanced. Its inner light is balanced. Even if you think it's different, it's balanced. Even how I said with me, I'm a tarot reader, I'm a goddess, I'm a medium. I stay in a home where it's a prayer concept, but they don't think it's the same aspect of like eternal energy guiding us. It's like literally who you pray to. You don't see nobody, but you know you being heard. What's the difference between me talking to them and translating the energy that you probably prayed about? That's the intriguing part about this energy, thinking that it's different, but it's the same. Like who the hell? That's something I always say, because that drives me crazy. Definitely when I start becoming a believer and having outbursts, and I go and deal with my other believers, and they just like, huh, what? It's like you do the same thing. You side eye people who may be outside having outbursts and things like that, but you sit around and pray all damn day, but you don't see nobody. You giving offerings to spirits and stuff, but you don't see them. What is the difference? It's all mental health. It's all a mental concept. That's the intriguing part, and it's not a bad thing. It's part of the purpose, just to be aware of it. We ain't going nowhere. We just keep recycling energy. Maybe in a different shield and look and things like that. Because for me, when I got much clarity, as into like, wow, I'm just so like, well, I get the ability to be a wisdom keeper, a note keeper. I've been here lots of times, lots of lifetimes. Am I a tarot reader who did it for me when I went to the Gift of Light? Which intriguingly, I was so geeked. I wouldn't have spent a lot of money at readings. I'm not gonna lie, but I had to put on for my people. It just made sense. Much as I sit around sometime and watch my tarot readers or watch myself, to actually be present, hands on with them, I was so geeked. Like I would have felt so weird if I didn't go there and get a reading. Like you then showed up and you didn't get no reading. Intriguing. I got 3 of them. And those ain't cheap. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get paid up in this business. Which I was supposed to, it's just, even when I deal with myself trying to figure out how I want to do it, people don't think that it's a good income for them. They don't think it's possible to survive off of it. Like you need to get a job outside of there, like this won't provide. But I'm giving people literally the answers. People pay not to be blind. Like that's why you got your phone, right? You pay not to be blind. People don't like to be blind. The right energies, people who understand the journey, they pay. It's just, that's been an intriguing energy, honestly, I've been dealing with for a while, where it's like, they don't think that concept brings in enough money to be stable. Even though they say it's legitimately legit. That's the intriguing part. Even though I still stay true to myself, it's like, I know I can survive off this and do extra work outside of there if I want to, which I actually want to. It's just, I haven't been in the rush to dive into this. I'm still learning, still have to heal myself before I just dive in there, honestly. Something like a doctor or any other healer, it takes time, honestly. It's just, the universe teaches me this energy, which goes back to healing myself as to my authentic behavior. You naturally know, ma'am. Just project it. Don't worry about if they deny it. Say it ain't true, it's true. Still projected. Don't get to be no blind spots. It's a first responder, a spirit. In the 12 universal laws. All of them. Not just one, all of them is a first responder energy. Which is that rainbow energy. All the colors. All the spirits is coming through. You ain't no goddamn blind spots. Anything that comes through is legit. That's why I'm just like, hold on. If your spirit is slacking and trying to deceive me, please speak up. Because spirit ain't never steered me in the wrong direction. But if something that's coming out of my mouth is untrue, do be like, ma'am, hold on. That's not correct. Then I'm going to have to work with spirit. We're going to really deal with spirit. If I say it ain't really about me, but shit. You calling spirit out, saying spirit making up shit? Okay. We're going to see. We're going to see. Because the spirit legit. That's why I do what I do. It's always accurate. It's always accurate. Now, if I ever personally recognize, like, hold on, you told me some shit and this didn't display, I would have been stopped doing this. but it's always legit. But as I was saying, I went for a reading. I got 3 of them. And honestly, the first one I felt was like an imposter, which I have heard of imposters. And I was like, intriguing. Like, it made me feel a little bad, honestly. It did make me feel bad. Because, like, oh my God, you one of the ones they talk about who make me look bad. How did you even get into this building, you know? But I guess just like the pastors, I don't know. It's just, there's some of them out there who just ain't legit. And I've stumbled. My first one at the Gift of Light Expo in Columbus was not legit. She was not legit. But, you know, you live and you learn. And I lived real quickly. I said, oh, shit, you ain't legit. That ain't good. That's bad. Then I went to a second one. She was pretty good, honestly. She pretty much just gave me clarity of my whole life, intriguingly. And then my last one, it was like, damn, you are perfect. Can I come home with you? You perfect. I need to go home with you. I need to be close to you so I can learn from you, and vice versa. Because I literally read for her before I came there. That's the intriguing part. And I didn't realize it until like afterwards, like, damn. Because the things that we talked about, it was like, I actually read for you before I came to you. But you literally taught me like everything that I needed to know about myself. That's the thing, like birth chart. You know why I'm operating the way I am. My placements naturally was so perfect. Just telling me the jobs and careers that I could have, that she was seeing in the cards. Like, you're going to get a better job. You know, she told me I need to get certified in something because I come equipped. I naturally come equipped because I've been here lots of lifetimes. She's like, you've been in a... She's like, she thought I was Caucasian. She said Caucasian or Japanese. She said I look pretty Japanese. I was like, I do? But she said I have that wisdom. I carried the wisdom back with me. I carried that knowledge right back with me. Which made so much doggone sense. Even with the way I've been thriving just this year, honestly. Naturally in harmony with the Chinese culture. Like I was following, because I had the law of placement, and just the law of placement and where I'm at on this process was a Muslim concept that they fasting. So my mind was on, oh, it's fasting time. Then I realized the same day I started the fasting process, it started a new year on the other aspect, the Chinese calendar. And then just most recently, it's the new aspect of energy, which is like, I wouldn't say shame on me, but then again, not really. I told you I'm still healing. I'm still healing. Last month was Black History Month. And it's like, how did you not know that? Because I was saying, there's so much going on within February. Definitely with a fasting energy and then a new start energy going on. And then learning like the last day of February. That was Black History Month. But for me, it's like that energy do not excite me. That energy is so deceitful. It's deceitful. Black people have seemed like they just do me so horrible. It's like hella deceitful. So that's why it's like, I know I'm a darker complexion person, you know, and I hate to even speak bad about my people, if they even my people, metaphorically. But I really don't have nothing to be too excited about other than my own Black greatness of even doing what I'm doing, honestly. But other than that, it's just like Black history, deceitful. And it's mainly because of the family base. Family has been my storyline in not a good way when it comes to Black history, honestly. But still got self-work to do, as I said before. I'm still healing. Where hopefully I'll have a different perspective eventually. But I was just wondering, like, damn, you didn't know that? And it's like, nah. But then again, I see why I bypassed it. Those individuals be deceiving the fuck out of me. There's nothing to be too excited about. Other than, I know there's great people that are darker complexion who deserve to be praised because we do greatness. Like I am one of those ones who do great. Black excellence for sure. I am personally, and I know there's other ones that's that same way, but I haven't been too close in vicinity with those aspects. Those energies, we are just like greatness is spread all over the place. I haven't had too many close vicinity ones. Normally mine make me seem like something's wrong with me. That's the intriguing part. That's the extra intriguing part, but I realized it was Black History Month. And I didn't even know it. Even though I can't even lie, last month was great for me. I was thriving. Not surprisingly, but I was thriving. And I felt really loved and cared for, honestly. I would say that. I felt really happy. Like, if you go back and watch some of my videos, like, you were just so happy and in loving mode. In such loving mode. But, okay. Okay, I'm almost done. And see, that's what I mean. Black excellence is slacking on, I'm sleeping. This is important. But, I mean, I almost forgot what I was about to say. I almost forgot what I was about to say. Jesus Christ, what was I about to say? I can't remember what I was about to say. But that was just a prime example of what I mean. Where it's just like, Black people are just ridiculous. Like, they just don't recognize greatness, or it's too much greatness. Other than, this is a win for us all. It's just, you're too damn great. But, right livelihood, right thought, right livelihood. I have to go get my purse really quick so I'll get the message, but I want to see the highlight energy really quick. Then I'll get to the message. Bye, what's that? That's the thing. He be acting like he don't know what I do. When he first met me, this is what I was doing. Now he come out and just be like, what are you doing? What I was doing when you met me. That's the intriguing part. Like I tricked him all of a sudden, popped up doing this. When you met me, I was doing this. And you even thought it was so lovely because you came and started playing in the cars, picking them up. I'm just like, oh, you want to be bonded with spirit. All right. Now it's so close. It's like, oh, shit, hold on now. Intriguing, huh? A 7 of Swords, oneness. Painful justice. Oh, Jesus, oneness in reverse. I was like, why is oneness in reverse? Somebody got a different perspective and something that's balanced. Okay, that's what I mean. Everybody play their goddamn part. He got to show up being deceitful. Because it's balanced. It's balanced. But it's painful justice. You got to play part. Let me look at the message really quick. I'll be right back. Do you see why it's snowing? A little cult behavior. A little cult behavior. Gotta warm it up really quick. Cut the fire on. Get yourself ready for this. I knew I didn't need no blind spots. I knew I didn't need no blind spots. That's the spot where it's just like... How do my praying lover not understand this spiritual journey concept of how the answers have to come through? How are you a prayer individual, but you don't expect to get answers like this? It's like, they make the belief a whole joke. Which makes us look so bad. All blind spot messages. They're all blind spot messages. Express uniqueness through your work. Express uniqueness through your work. That's a blind spot. Our next blind spot is become who you are by learning who you are. Success will flow to you. Success will flow to you. And that's just what I mean. As above, so below. You naturally going to receive answers. Obviously. And two more. We got two more. Creative thinker. Creative thinker. You are born with a particular makeup and tendencies that make... Pardon me. You are born with a particular makeup and tendencies that mark you as a piece of fate. That's why you have to express in a unique way. Express uniqueness through your work. Creative thinker. Become who you are by learning who you are. Success will flow to you. You are born with a particular makeup and tendencies that mark you as a piece of fate. That is so perfect. Blind spot messages. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 too. That's what I mean. And fifth house landed literally on my energy. It's all family based. Home and family. For my energy, when it comes to my home and family, definitely my family. Because sometimes my home situations, I'll be separated from my family. But the whole purpose of that is we're still connected. Energy-wise. I can always reach you like I'm already on the eternal side. Like we're already on the eternal side. It's how we naturally connect. And anybody that dabbles into my family is an energy where you ate from me. You're stuck. Like if my spouse cheated on me or something, he's stuck. That's the intriguing energy. Where it's like, it comes right back to me. You can't hide that you did it. Like in the beginning when it's like, they ate from that tree and then they tried to go hide and the Lord came to them. Like, where are you hiding from? Like, where you thought... The creator of all, I created all this shit. Where you think you hiding that I can't find you? It's that energy of my structure. Where it's like, we don't get to hide. And if you ate from me, you have that same energy. You can't hide. It's like a big car energy. Definitely sneaky ones. My family being harmed. I'm going to fucking track you down. You're going to naturally be in the energy of me. You can't hide. I said, I'm going to track you the fuck down. It's a natural statement. That's true. That's how I protect my family. Spiritual protection. In that form of where it's like bait card. Definitely somebody trying to harm us or take something from us. You can't. It's impossible. I want another message. I endured time today. That's definitely me. They pulled up on me on some BS, but it's like, you know what, sir? The show still have to go on. Because all this is going to do is bring clarity, and just like what it did. The whole storyline of you need those ones to deceive you. The overall energy, painful justice and oneness. This energy is balanced, but it's two perspectives, but it's balanced. Where you, that one, just do your part. Be deceitful really quick. Just to bring clarity. That's the intriguing part. It's just like, that's an intriguing energy. Because like, that's my lover. That's my lover. That have to deceive me or seem like he's deceiving me. It's just like, I might have to cut his ass off. Because like, my spirituality ain't no joke. I'm legit. That's just how I grow and evolve with my family. And it's like for my spouse to be like that, it's like, oh my Jesus. That's bad. I'm out here doing readings and stuff for people, and my person over here just like, you talk too much. This is how we grow. Or at least maybe this is how I grow. Maybe we ain't meant to grow together because you don't deserve it. To enter the rest of God, you have to believe. So, either way, I'm still goddamn winning, you know, because he just pulled through and made me look super fucking legit like he's supposed to do. And it came out. I feel like I want to leave a message there because that's so funny. There is no cutting corners with excellence. It is what it is. Which I mentioned this, and this is how I've been lately. Deja vu energy. Definitely from I want to be like, oh my God, I'm afraid of the cards. I projected it first and then I clarified it with the cards. That's the intriguing part. And I knew this energy, there is no cutting corners with excellence. Definitely when you're dealing with the creator of all. It is what it is. Even though that in-between time is intriguing. They're probably going with the fifth house too. Confusion within your home and family. Prime example, hopefully you can heard it, but why is there not a balance? Even though it's balanced. Why is your spouse going against you when it's thrive time? But that's an intriguing energy that always triggers me. Because that's where they always test me the most. This is how I talked about the other lady who said she feel like she's being tested right now. They want her to turn up even though she's trying to be in a calm energy and things like that. She keep being tested like somebody want her to come out of her character. That feel like how they want me to be. And it always happens where they either start deceiving me when it's thrive time, when I'm in a very sensitive energy, or when it's thrive time. My people normally change up on me or start deceiving me. It's the most intriguingest aspect. That's like almost the story of my life. When I'm in a sensitive energy, or when it's thrive time, which is almost one and the same, they normally start deceiving me. That's the intriguing part. But just like I gave a story about Joseph, or even Isaiah, when it's greatness, it's just greatness. That's the intriguing part. It's just, there's no cutting corners with excellence. You have to go through these lessons. You need those puzzle pieces to get to your lesson. That's the intriguing part of energy that I'm still working on. It's literally been happening like this a lot. Clarity really quickly. Even within moments. And that's the part that makes me so happy about this oneness energy, where you can actually see it. Like if I was separated from him right now, I would have never seen that. Like I would have translated it, but you wouldn't have been able to see what I meant by it. But when you're together, you can see it. Like almost like the COVID energy, honestly. How they wanted everybody to stay home so you can see it. You're not separated. Ain't no goddamn confusion going on. It's oneness. You can see it. And oneness is in reverse by the seventh house and it's halfway. That's an intriguing energy. I want one more card for that. I want to highlight energy for that one. Even though it's painful justice. It's probably just still a separated mindset. I want to say it's the mindset. But the mindset is, it's like a jealousy or envy. That's the intriguing part. And it's like, why do I always deal with that type of energy when it's a spouse? It's like my spouse have a hard time being happy for me. That's an intriguing energy. Where it's like almost a competition, but it's like, I naturally let you lead the goddamn way. It's like an energy where they be like, the woman supposed to like be great, but not be too much great. It's like one of those energies, like they start feeling like I'm stepping on their toes or I'm thriving over them too damn much, other than we're winning. If you a goddamn king, you supposed to expect your queen to be on the same fucking page, or at least thrive higher than you. You want that. But sometimes the kings just be like, I am a king and you just, I don't fucking know. But maybe it's just in this area that I don't want to speak too bad on it because it's been so great. But it's like, once again, when it's thrive time, normal behavior pulls through. And it comes off very deceitful. But maybe that's how this journey supposed to go. Intriguingly. This is like, man, I see what they say when they be like, it's lonely at the top. Because at the end of the day, they just really turn out to be not about that goddamn life. They believe in something, but they're not really about that life. When it's time for like, you think you prep like for war or some shit like that. They like the idea of it, but when they're on the battlefield, it's just like, well, I think I want to go take a nap. I don't remember how this go. Like, what the fuck you mean? All of a sudden, you're not a believer no more? Or that's not what you even believe in? But you gonna go pray later? To who? Like, it's the cups, too. The Six of Cups, cups in the dark. Intriguing. Your oneness in reverse. It's the Seven of Cups, and it's halfway. This could be a love on the eternal side. Then it's going with the right life. It's definitely an eternal love coming through. Yep. Then the Page of Cups. How funny. This is a new start energy too. It's a cup. The structure in the dark. The structure in the dark. That's funny too, because all the messages were in blind spots. Express your uniqueness through your work. Creative thinker. Become who you are by learning who you are. Which that's an intriguing energy. That's even part of my healing, as I said to you guys. Of just trusting myself and what Spirit is telling me. Because I've always been that way. Always knew. It's just always having to suppress it when it's the right time. Where it's just like, I'm on the battlefield by my goddamn self. Because that's not a bad thing, because, spirit, hell, or present, we're going to do our thing. It's just, when it's go time, the goddamn soldiers start disappearing. I got to recruit better. I hate to chugga, because it's like, I mean what I'm saying, and I do actually know better now as to, because I'm getting like obvious lessons of it, awareness of it, as to, you need these individuals. You need their jealous energy. You need their envy energy. You need them to deceive you. And it's just like, what the fuck? That's the intriguing part. And it's like, become who you are by learning who you are. I'm like a Joseph story for sure, with the 7 brothers. Yep. For extra sure. I just guess I got my countdown until, they recognize it. Even though they recognize it, there's no way they don't fucking recognize it. It's too goddamn great. All the cups are coming out. These are a lot of cups. Obvious too. Intriguing. First it was the Page of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and then the 6 of Cups. There's a lot of structures. There's a lot of spotlight in family. Home and family is on spotlight, for sure. Which exactly what I mean. Home and family is on spotlight. Get on birth control. Okay, I got my alarm going off over here. Get on birth control. Spirit told me to get on birth control. Just because intuitively it makes sense within this energy. It's just like, it goes into the energy of why I lost my last one. Our greatness, he did not believe it. He didn't have enough faith to believe in the journey of what he wanted and how he can grow within it. Back at the lesson again, which that's so funny that message came through at that time after it had just happened. Like, you're not going to get too much growth. The greatest part of both of you, somebody's slacking in. You have to wait. And it's like, this energy making me so just like, I almost want to smile and then maybe cry at the same time, but I don't even want to cry because I don't feel the need to cry. Because like, we've been so great. We've been so great. But it's like, the start of the greatest month, where it's Thrive time, lucky cat status for me. It's just like, I feel like I'm doing this by myself. Like my people are turning on me. As expected. That's what always happens. Then again, it's like, maybe I shouldn't say my people. Because maybe it's not my people. It's just, people in class normally get to turning. Like the weather cold. Oh, it got cold quickly. Overnight cold. Woke up cold weather. So I want to warm shit up real quickly. It's just, there's no cutting corners with excellence. It's as simple as that. So that's been the blind spot energy for today.